What if I told you that most millionaire retirees are not living on $200,000 or $300,000 a year? In fact, real retirement data shows that nearly 75% of millionaire households cluster around a much smaller income range, roughly $60,000 to $120,000 per year. So why does this happen? Are millionaires spending less than we think? Are retirees overestimating how much money they actually need? And how do Social Security, investments, taxes, and real-life spending habits quietly shape retirement income in America? In this video, we'll break down the real numbers, uncover the biggest retirement myths, and show you why many financially successful retirees end up in the same income range, regardless of how much wealth they have. If you're planning for retirement, or simply want to know what retirement really looks like for America's millionaires, stay with me until the end. The answer may completely change the way you think about retirement.
Number 1. Why most millionaires don't spend as much as people think. When most Americans hear the word millionaire, they imagine someone spending $200,000, $300,000, or even more every year in retirement. But that's usually not reality. One of the biggest retirement myths in America is the belief that becoming a millionaire automatically leads to an unlimited lifestyle. The data tells a different story. According to multiple retirement studies and household spending surveys, most millionaire retirees do not spend dramatically more than other upper-middle-class households. In fact, many of them live on annual retirement incomes that fall within a relatively narrow range, often between $60,000 and $120,000 per year. Why does this surprise so many people? Because most people confuse net worth with spending power. A retired couple may have a net worth of $1.5 million or $2 million, but that doesn't mean they can safely spend $200,000 every year for the rest of their lives. Retirement works differently. When you're working, your income comes from a paycheck. In retirement, your income usually comes from Social Security, investment accounts, pensions, and savings. Every dollar spent must be balanced against longevity risk, taxes, inflation, and future healthcare costs. This is why many millionaire households become surprisingly careful with their spending. The goal is no longer to earn more money. The goal becomes making the money last for 25 to 30 years or longer. And this is exactly why understanding real retirement spending matters. If you believe retirees need $200,000 per year to be financially secure, you may feel discouraged and think retirement is impossible. But if you understand how actual millionaire households manage their money, you may realize that a comfortable retirement is often more achievable than most people think. The important lesson is simple. Being a millionaire does not automatically create a luxury lifestyle. For most retirees, financial freedom comes from sustainable income, smart planning, and controlled spending, not from chasing the highest possible withdrawal amount. The mistake many future retirees make is focusing on a retirement income goal without understanding where that income will come from. Instead of asking, how can I spend $150,000 every year? Ask, how can I create reliable income that lasts for life? That's the question most successful millionaire retirees answer correctly. A practical retirement strategy starts with building income in layers. Layer number 1, Social Security. For many retired couples, Social Security becomes the foundation of retirement income. While benefits vary, many households receive enough to cover a meaningful portion of basic living expenses. This creates a financial floor. The stronger that floor is, the less pressure there is on investments. Layer number 2, investment portfolio income. The next layer comes from retirement accounts and investments. Many retirees use a withdrawal strategy designed to balance current income with long-term sustainability. The goal is not maximizing withdrawals. The goal is protecting the portfolio from running out too early. A portfolio worth $1 million to $2 million can often support meaningful retirement income when when combined with Social Security. Layer number 3, flexibility. This is where many retirement plans succeed or fail. The most financially successful retirees rarely treat spending as fixed. When markets are strong, they may spend more. When markets are weak, they may temporarily reduce discretionary spending. This flexibility helps preserve wealth during difficult periods. Focus on expenses that actually matter. Many Americans assume retirement requires luxury spending, but most millionaire retirees prioritize housing stability, healthcare planning, reliable transportation, family experiences, financial security. Notice what's missing. Most are not trying to impress anyone. They're trying to create a lifestyle that feels comfortable and sustainable. Stop comparing retirement to working years. Another common mistake is comparing retirement income directly to employment income. A household earning $120,000 while working may not need $120,000 in retirement. Why? Because many expenses disappear. Payroll taxes, retirement contributions, daily commuting costs, work-related expenses. As a result, retirement income often goes further than people expect. The key lesson is this: don't build your retirement plan around a dream number. Build it around real spending needs, reliable income sources, and long-term sustainability. That's exactly what many millionaire retirees are already doing. The biggest mistake future retirees make is assuming that retirement success is determined by a single income number. It's not. What matters is whether your income is reliable, sustainable, and aligned with your actual lifestyle. If most millionaire retirees are comfortably living within the $60,000 to $120,000 range, that should tell us something important. Their success is not coming from spending the most money. Their success is coming from managing money wisely. Here's what you should do today. First, estimate your current annual spending. Don't guess. Look at your bank statements, credit card statements, and monthly bills. Know your real number. Second, separate your expenses into two categories: essential expenses, housing, utilities, insurance, food, healthcare, transportation. Lifestyle expenses, travel, entertainment, dining out, hobbies, gifts. This simple exercise helps you understand what retirement income you truly need. Third, calculate how much of your future retirement income may come from Social Security, 401k, IRA accounts, brokerage investments, pension income if applicable. Most people discover that their retirement situation looks much better once they see all income sources together. The main lesson: the goal is not becoming a millionaire. The goal is creating a retirement lifestyle that is financially secure and emotionally comfortable. And that's exactly what many millionaire retirees have already figured out. They don't spend based on what they can afford. They spend based on what adds value to their lives. Real retirement success is not about having the biggest portfolio. It's about having enough income, enough flexibility, and enough confidence to enjoy life without worrying about money.
Number 2, why retirement spending naturally declines with age and why most people overestimate their future expenses. One of the most common retirement planning mistakes in America is assuming that you'll spend the same amount of money every year for the rest of your life. It sounds reasonable, but real-world retirement data shows that this usually doesn't happen. Many Americans build retirement plans around a fixed income target and assume their spending will remain constant for 20, 30, or even 40 years. The problem is that people change, and as people change, their spending changes too. During the first years of retirement, many retirees finally have the time to do things they've been postponing for decades. They travel, they visit family, they take road trips, they enjoy hobbies, they eat out more often. This period is often called the go-go years.
Naturally, spending can be relatively high during this phase, but something interesting happens later. As retirees move into their late 70s and 80s, many begin simplifying their lives, not because they are running out of money, but because their priorities change. A couple that once took 4 vacations a year may now prefer staying closer to home. Someone who loved shopping may realize they already own everything they need. Many retirees discover that experiences become more valuable than possessions. As a result, spending often declines naturally. This is where many retirement projections become unrealistic. People often imagine a retirement filled with non-stop travel, luxury upgrades, and expensive activities for decades. The reality is usually much more balanced. Most people remain the same person they were before retirement. If you were naturally conservative with money during your working years, there's a good chance you'll remain relatively conservative during retirement. If you preferred simple pleasures before retirement, you'll likely continue preferring them afterward. This matters because overestimating future spending can create unnecessary stress. Many Americans delay retirement for years because they believe they need a much larger nest egg than they actually do. They assume they need to fund a lifestyle that may never exist. The real challenge isn't predicting a perfect retirement number. The real challenge is understanding that retirement is not one phase of life, it's several phases, and each phase often comes with different spending patterns. Understanding this can completely change how you think about retirement planning. Instead of planning for the most expensive year of retirement, you can begin planning for the entire retirement journey. And that's exactly what many financially successful retirees do. They recognize that retirement spending is dynamic, not static. They build flexibility into their plans, instead of assuming they'll spend the same amount forever.
The solution is not trying to predict every dollar you'll spend 20 years from now. That's impossible. Instead, build a retirement plan that recognizes spending will likely change over time. The most successful retirees don't create one retirement budget. They create a retirement strategy that adapts as life changes. Think in retirement phases. A practical approach is to divide retirement into 3 stages. Early retirement, typically ages 65 to 74. This is often the most active phase. Many retirees travel more, visit family more often, pursue hobbies, take bucket list trips, spend more on experiences. Because activity levels are high, spending may also be higher. This is normal. The mistake is assuming this spending level will continue forever. Middle retirement, typically ages 75 to 84. This is where many households naturally begin simplifying. Travel often becomes less frequent. Large purchases become less common. Many retirees become more selective about how they spend money. As a result, overall spending often declines without reducing quality of life. The important point is that lower spending doesn't automatically mean lower happiness. In many cases, retirees become more satisfied because they focus on the activities they value most. Later retirement, 85 plus. At this stage, spending patterns change again. Some lifestyle expenses continue to decline. However, healthcare and long-term care planning become increasingly important. This doesn't mean every retiree experiences major healthcare costs, but it does mean preparation matters. Build flexibility into your withdrawal plan. Many Americans treat retirement income like a paycheck. They want the exact same amount every year. But retirement doesn't work that way. A smarter approach is to allow spending to adjust when circumstances change. For example, strong market years may allow more discretionary spending. Weak market years may require temporary restraint. Unexpected expenses can be absorbed without disrupting the entire plan. This flexibility helps reduce financial stress and improves long-term portfolio sustainability.
Focus on lifestyle value, not spending volume. One lesson appears repeatedly among financially successful retirees. They don't ask, "How can I spend more?" They ask,
How can I get more value from my spending? A meaningful dinner with family, a weekend trip, time with grandchildren, a favorite hobby. These experiences often provide more happiness than simply increasing annual spending. The most important adjustment: stop assuming retirement is one long, unchanging period. It's a series of life stages. Each stage comes with different goals, different priorities, and different spending needs. The retirees who understand this are often better prepared financially because they plan for reality rather than assumptions. And reality shows that for many Americans, retirement spending naturally becomes more focused, more intentional, and often lower over time. Most Americans spend years worrying about whether they'll have enough money in retirement, but very few spend time understanding how their spending habits may actually change after retirement. That's a mistake, because the better you understand your future lifestyle, the more accurate your retirement plan becomes. Here's what you should do today. Start by looking at your current spending and asking one simple question: which expenses will probably disappear when I retire? For many households, the list includes daily commuting costs, work clothes, payroll taxes, retirement contributions, business-related expenses, professional memberships. These costs often consume thousands of dollars every year. Once they disappear, your retirement income needs may be lower than you think. Create a three-phase retirement plan. Instead of using one spending estimate for your entire retirement, create three separate estimates. Phase 1, active retirement. Travel, entertainment, family experiences, hobbies. Phase 2, simplified retirement. Less travel, more time at home, fewer large purchases. Phase 3, healthcare-focused retirement. Medical expenses, long-term care considerations, additional support services if needed. This approach is much closer to how retirement actually works in the United States. Stress test your plan. Ask yourself, if my spending dropped by 10 to 20% later in retirement, would my plan still work? For many people, the answer is yes, and that realization often reduces anxiety dramatically. Avoid one major retirement mistake. Don't build your retirement plan around your most expensive fantasy year. Build it around your likely lifestyle. The retirement you imagine at age 55 may be very different from the retirement you actually live at age 75. That's normal, and your financial plan should reflect that reality. The main lesson: retirement is not a fixed destination. It's an evolving journey. The happiest and most financially secure retirees understand this. They don't force themselves to maintain the same spending forever. They adapt. They simplify. They focus on what matters most. And that's one reason many millionaire households are able to maintain financial security for decades. The goal isn't spending the same amount every year. The goal is having the flexibility to enjoy every stage of retirement with confidence. Number 3. How Social Security and investment income create the $60,000 to $120,000 retirement sweet spot. Many Americans approach retirement with a simple question: how much money do I need to retire? But that question often leads people in the wrong direction. A better question is, where will my retirement income come from? This distinction matters because retirement income is rarely generated from a single source. Yet many future retirees focus entirely on the size of their 401k or IRA balance while ignoring the bigger picture. As a result, they may underestimate their future income or overestimate how much they need to save. One reason the $60,000 to $120,000 retirement income range appears so frequently is because many millionaire households build retirement income using the same core components. Not identical amounts, but similar income structures. For example, a retired couple may receive income from Social Security benefits, 401k accounts, traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, brokerage investments,
and pension income if available. Each source contributes a portion of total retirement income. When these income streams are combined, many households naturally land within a similar income range. This is important because many people mistakenly believe retirement success depends entirely on building a massive investment portfolio. But that's not how retirement works for most Americans. A household with a well-structured retirement income plan can often achieve financial security without needing extreme wealth. Another common misunderstanding involves Social Security.
Many people treat Social Security as a bonus. In reality, for millions of retirees, Social Security serves as the financial foundation of retirement. It provides income that continues regardless of market conditions. Whether stocks rise or fall, Social Security continues paying benefits. That stability reduces pressure on investment accounts. Without that guaranteed income source, retirees would often need much larger portfolios to generate the same level of retirement income. This is one reason many retirement projections become misleading. People calculate retirement needs based only on investment withdrawals and forget that Social Security may already cover a meaningful portion of annual expenses. The result? They believe retirement is further away than it actually is. Understanding how retirement income sources work together is critical because retirement planning is not just about accumulating assets, it's about building a system that generates dependable income year after year. And when you examine how real millionaire households structure retirement income, you begin to see why so many of them end up living comfortably within the same general income range. It's not necessarily because they all want the same lifestyle. It's because they are often working with similar retirement income building blocks. Those building blocks naturally create a retirement income sweet spot that appears again and again across America.
Understanding where retirement income comes from is one thing. Building those income streams is another. The good news is that most millionaire retirees didn't create their retirement income overnight. They built it gradually over decades using a simple system. Build multiple income sources. One of the biggest retirement risks is relying on a single source of income. That's why many financially successful retirees build several income streams before they leave the workforce. A common retirement income structure includes Social Security, 401k savings, IRA accounts, Roth IRA accounts, taxable investment accounts, and cash reserves for emergencies. Each account serves a different purpose. Together, they create flexibility and stability. Maximize employer retirement plans. For many Americans, the easiest place to start is the workplace retirement plan. If your employer offers a 401k match, failing to capture that match is often leaving free money on the table. Even small increases in contributions can have a major impact over a 20 to 30-year career. Consistency matters more than perfection. Many millionaire retirees became millionaires simply because they invested regularly for decades. Don't ignore Roth accounts. A common mistake is focusing only on tax-deferred accounts. Roth accounts can provide valuable flexibility later in retirement. Because qualified Roth withdrawals are generally tax-free, they can help retirees manage taxable income and maintain more control over their retirement strategy. Having both taxable and tax-advantaged income sources gives retirees more options, and options create flexibility. Delay lifestyle inflation. One reason many future retirees struggle is that income rises faster than savings. Every raise becomes a new expense. Every bonus becomes a new purchase. Many millionaire households took a different approach. Instead of spending every dollar they earned, they directed part of their growing income toward investments. Over time, that difference compounds dramatically. Think beyond account balances. Many people obsess over reaching a specific portfolio number, but retirement planning isn't just about the balance, it's about the income that balance can produce. For example, a person with a large portfolio but poor withdrawal planning may face unnecessary stress. Meanwhile, someone with a smaller but well-structured retirement plan may enjoy greater financial confidence. The focus should be on building future income, not simply accumulating assets. Create your retirement income puzzle. Think of retirement as a puzzle. No single piece completes the picture. Social Security is one piece, investments are another, tax planning is another, savings discipline is another. The households that build all of these pieces over time often place themselves in a much stronger position than those who rely on one strategy alone. The most important adjustment: stop viewing retirement as a giant savings goal. Start viewing it as an income-building process. Because in retirement, what ultimately matters is not how much money sits in an account. What matters is how reliably that money can support your lifestyle for the rest of your life. And that's exactly why so many millionaire retirees end up in the same income range. They spent years building income streams, not just account balances.
Many Americans spend years chasing a retirement number: $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. But retirement isn't won by reaching a specific number. It's won by creating dependable income. That's the shift that changes everything. Here's what you should do today. Take 15 minutes and write down every future retirement income source you expect to have. Include Social Security, 401k accounts, traditional IRA accounts, Roth IRA accounts, brokerage investments, pension benefits, rental income, part-time retirement income. Most people have more income sources than they realize. Seeing them together provides a clearer picture of retirement readiness. Estimate your future Social Security benefit. Many future retirees either overestimate or underestimate Social Security. Both mistakes can lead to poor planning. Get a realistic estimate and understand how that income fits into your overall retirement strategy. Remember, Social Security is not usually your entire retirement plan, but it can become a powerful foundation. Focus on increasing savings rate. You don't need to double your income overnight. You don't need perfect investment returns. What you can control is your savings rate. Even small improvements made consistently over many years can produce significant results. The earlier you start, the more powerful compounding becomes. Build flexibility, not complexity. Retirement planning doesn't need to be complicated. Many successful retirees follow a surprisingly simple formula: save consistently, invest regularly, avoid unnecessary debt, keep expenses under control, and allow compounding to work over time. Simple strategies often outperform complicated plans that people never follow. Stop comparing yourself to extreme examples. Financial media often focuses on retirees spending $250,000 or $500,000 per year. Those stories attract attention, but they don't represent most Americans. The typical millionaire retiree is often much more practical. They focus on sustainability rather than showing off wealth, and that's one reason their money lasts. The main lesson: retirement income is usually built from layers. One source supports another. Social Security provides stability, investments provide growth and withdrawals. Tax-efficient planning helps preserve more income. Together, these pieces create a retirement system. And when you look at real-world retirement outcomes, that system often produces annual income somewhere within the $60,000 to $120,000 range. Not because everyone planned it that way, but because that's where many sustainable retirement strategies naturally lead. The goal isn't building the biggest portfolio possible. The goal is building enough reliable income to support the life you actually want to live. Number 4. Why smart millionaires manage taxes instead of chasing more retirement income. One of the biggest retirement mistakes Americans make is focusing only on how much income they can generate. But experienced retirees often focus on a different question: how much of my income do I actually get to keep? That's where taxes become incredibly important. Many people spend decades building retirement accounts,
but very little time understanding how retirement income is taxed. As a result, they may unintentionally lose thousands of dollars each year. Here's the problem. Retirement income does not always come from one account. Some income may come from traditional 401k withdrawals, traditional IRA withdrawals, Social Security benefits, taxable investment accounts, Roth accounts, pension income. Each source can be taxed differently, and once retirement begins, every withdrawal decision can affect your overall tax situation. For example, two retirees may spend exactly the same amount of money, but one may pay significantly more taxes simply because of where the money is coming from. That's why retirement isn't just an income problem, it's also a tax planning problem. Many future retirees assume, if I need more money, I'll just withdraw more. But in reality, every additional withdrawal can sometimes create consequences. Higher taxable income may increase your federal tax bill, cause more of your Social Security benefits to become taxable, reduce the overall efficiency of your retirement strategy, increase certain healthcare-related costs for higher-income retirees. This is one reason many millionaire retirees don't continuously increase their spending as their portfolios grow. They're not necessarily trying to spend less. They're often trying to spend smarter. Another important misconception is that wealthier retirees are always spending dramatically more money. In reality, many financially successful retirees care more about after-tax income than gross income. They understand that generating an extra $10,000 is not as valuable if a meaningful portion immediately disappears to taxes. That's why many retirement plans naturally settle into a sustainable income range, not because retirees are forced into that range, but because it often represents a balance between lifestyle needs, portfolio sustainability, tax efficiency, long-term financial security. And this is where many Americans unknowingly leave money on the table. They spend years focusing on investment growth, but almost no time thinking about tax-efficient withdrawals. The result is often unnecessary taxes and reduced retirement flexibility. The retirees who understand this concept tend to make better financial decisions because they realize an important truth. Retirement success is not determined by how much income you generate. It's determined by how much purchasing power you keep. The goal of retirement planning is not simply to create income. The goal is to create efficient income. Every dollar you keep is worth more than a dollar lost to unnecessary taxes. That's why many financially successful retirees spend just as much time planning withdrawals as they spent building their portfolios. Diversify your retirement accounts. One of the smartest strategies is building different types of retirement accounts before retirement. Many retirees accumulate money in traditional 401ks, traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, taxable brokerage accounts. Each account has different tax treatment. This creates flexibility later. Instead of taking all income from one source, retirees can choose where income comes from based on their tax situation. That flexibility can help reduce lifetime taxes. Don't wait until retirement to think about taxes. Many people delay tax planning until after they retire. That's often too late. Tax planning works best when it starts years before retirement. For example, increasing Roth contributions during working years, managing taxable investment gains, evaluating future tax brackets, planning withdrawal order strategies. Small decisions today can create major benefits later.
Control the timing of withdrawals. Retirement gives many households more control over income timing than they had during their working years. That control can be valuable. Instead of automatically withdrawing money from the same account every year, retirees often evaluate current tax brackets, future tax expectations, market conditions, and spending needs. The objective is simple:
Take income in the most efficient way possible. Think in terms of lifetime taxes. A common mistake is focusing only on this year's tax bill. Successful retirees often think much further ahead. They ask, how can I reduce the total taxes I may pay over the next 20 or 30 years? Sometimes paying slightly more tax today may reduce taxes significantly in the future. Long-term thinking often leads to better outcomes. Keep more of what you earn. Many Americans work incredibly hard to build retirement savings. But retirement is not just about growing wealth, it's also about protecting it. If two retirees generate the same income, but one keeps more of that income after taxes, the second retiree may enjoy greater financial flexibility without increasing risk. That's why tax efficiency matters. Build a retirement paycheck system. Rather than randomly withdrawing money, create a structured income plan. Know where income will come from, how much will come from each account, how taxes may affect withdrawals, and how spending needs may change over time. This transforms retirement from guesswork into a system, and systems tend to produce better results than reactions. The most important adjustment: stop thinking only about investment returns. Start thinking about after-tax income. Because retirement is not measured by portfolio size, it's measured by how effectively your assets support your lifestyle. And in many cases, keeping more of what you already have can be more powerful than chasing higher returns. If there's one lesson that appears again and again when studying real millionaire retirees, it's this: wealth alone does not create retirement success. Good decisions do. Many Americans spend their entire careers focused on one goal: build the biggest portfolio possible. But the retirees who thrive financially often focus on something different. They focus on sustainable spending, reliable income, tax efficiency, financial flexibility. And that's exactly why so many millionaire households end up living comfortably within the $60,000 to $120,000 retirement income range. Not because someone told them to, not because it's a magic number, but because that's where many practical retirement strategies naturally lead. Here's what you should do today. Take a fresh look at your retirement plan. Ask yourself 4 simple questions. Question number 1. Do I know how much I actually spend every year? You can't build a retirement plan around guesses. Know your real spending habits. Question number 2. Do I understand where my future retirement income will come from? Make a list of Social Security, 401k accounts, IRAs, Roth accounts, brokerage investments, pensions, and other income sources. Your retirement income is a system, not a single account. Question number 3. Have I planned for spending changes throughout retirement? Your retirement at age 67 will probably look very different from your retirement at age 87. Build flexibility into your plan. And question number 4. Am I paying attention to after-tax income? Remember, what you keep matters more than what you withdraw.
A smarter withdrawal strategy can often improve retirement outcomes without increasing risk. Bringing everything together. Throughout this video, we've discovered 4 important realities. First, most millionaire retirees spend far less than people imagine. Second, retirement spending usually declines over time as lifestyles naturally evolve. Third, Social Security and investment income work together to create sustainable retirement cash flow. Fourth, smart retirees focus on keeping more of their income through efficient planning, not simply generating more income. When you combine these 4 ideas, a completely different picture of retirement emerges. Retirement isn't about becoming rich, it's about becoming financially secure. It's about having enough income to support the life you want. It's about sleeping well at night knowing your money can last. And perhaps most importantly,
It's about building a plan that works in the real world, not just on paper. Final thought. The biggest surprise isn't that many millionaire retirees live on $60,000 to $120,000 per year. The biggest surprise is why. Because once you look beneath the surface, you realize that retirement isn't controlled by a single number. It's shaped by spending habits, Social Security, investment income, taxes, lifestyle choices, and decades of financial decisions. That's the real story. And the sooner you understand it, the easier it becomes to build a retirement plan that actually works. The goal is not to impress other people with your wealth. The goal is to create enough freedom, enough security, and enough confidence to enjoy the years you've worked so hard to reach.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next Smart Money video.